and welcome back to the Always Be Building Show, sponsored by Dynasty Football Factory Network. I'm Stephen Chalmers, joined as always by my partner on the right side of the screen, Ryan Odell. Deli, say what's up to the people.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Once again, trying to get a consistent schedule, so we apologize for our schedule being all over the place, guys. But per usual, we're just continuing with these rookie reports for you guys. Today was my pick, and I know typically running backs are Steven's thing, but I'm excited about this guy. We're talking about Jeremiyah Love, Notre Dame running back tonight.
Yeah, it's more my fault. I mean, newborn, buying a house, things like that, so I apologize.
Yeah.
We are going to get back on a consistent schedule. Ryan and I are going to start doing start-sits on the weekends as well, just so you guys, we can keep more of the in-season content rolling as well. But without further ado, let's hop into Jeremiyah Love. So this was a easy evaluation for me, but a tough evaluation at the same time. I try to run it back and give, comps. This one was a harder comp for me. So let's jump into it. His profile is when I say, I guess when I'm ranking them amongst some of the running backs I've seen, I mean, we've seen a lot of elite running backs coming out of college, right? You got Leonard Fournette, you got Todd Gurley, you got Zeke, you got Barkley,
CMC,
GT, Bijan.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I think he's on that mold. I think this is a first-round pick running back.
Yeah, everybody. I don't know if he's quite on their level, but I do think he's a first-round back.
I mean, so if you're a first-round category running back in today's game, you're an elite profile, right?
Sure.
I'm not mentioning Jahmyr Gibbs. Obviously, Jahmyr Gibbs is another first-round running back. Breece Hall was close. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was a first-round running back that we were a little iffy on. But when you're talking about when you're in the same breath as these type of players, your game's elite, right? Now he may not be a Zeke, he may not be a Barkley, but he's an elite talent in his own right.
Yeah, so, for sure.
We got a 6 foot, 206 pound running back, projected to run anywhere from a 4.4 flat to a 4.42. Absolute track speed. He from St. Louis, Missouri, back-to-back state titles in 21 and 22. Gatorade Player of the Year, over 1,300 rushing yards and 22 scores his senior year. Absolutely phenomenal player. Notre Dame got themselves a great running back.
Yeah. It's honestly a shame he sat for his freshman year, but hey, nonetheless. But just to run through the stats, and this is like me and Steven always try to give the good with the bad, but the problem with him, there's not a whole lot of tape for this season. Last year, he had such a great season. He had 1,100 yards, 6.9 yards per carry, 17 touchdowns on the ground on 163 carries. So it's kind of hard to pick up the bad stuff. That's why I kind of had a hard evaluation with him, because you're really nitpicking that last season. But just a phenomenal season. I mean, he's not in a conference, so you don't really get to say, hey, he led the conference in this or that. But those numbers last year were phenomenal. I mean, he pretty much was that Notre Dame offense. I mean, Riley Leonard played pretty well, but I think Love was the heart and soul of that offense.
Yeah, he scored in every game last year.
Yep. 13 for 13.
He scored in every game.
Yeah.
And the streak actually goes back to last year, to the year before in 2023.
Yeah. Well, they got to the college football championship, and then he didn't score in 2 of those games. But still, the end season 13 for 13 is great.
So, I mean, just run it for what it is.
Yeah.
So, when you're thinking about this guy, I mean, the pros, they just stand out to you, right?
Right.
So, he had over 64 missed tackles last year. He had a 38% missed tackles forced percentage rate, which came as the number 2 running back overall in the Power 4 conference. The dude is an absolute blazer. Like we said, projected speed of anywhere from 4.4 to 4.42. And he just has the ability to take anything to the house on any given touch.
Yeah. That was my number one. And you mentioned it earlier with the track background. That's the big thing for him. Is although he's NFL height, he's 6 foot, which that hits your mark. He's a little bit underweight on weight, 206, and then leaves a little bit more to desire. But the speed alone, like, kind of speaks for itself. And we'll get into it a little bit more later with some of my pros, but just his, like, he's a smaller guy, but he plays bigger when he needs to.
Right. But really, is weight a huge deal for you in today's game?
Not really, especially the way it's going. Like, some of these teams are like splitting carries with backs and like trying to do
exactly.
that running back situations. And so I'm
So
not
think about it.
too
Think about this: how
concerned
many
with it.
players? Think about how many players are ranked inside your top 12 that are under 200 pounds. Devon Achane,
yeah,
Jahmyr Gibbs, James Cook, and I mean the list can keep going on. You know what I mean? CMC, he hits that, like, you're looking for that BMI barrier. CMC was underweight for his BMI barrier when he came out of Stanford. And there's just a lot of players. Yeah, I mean, you got your Bijans, you got your Barkleys, you got your big backs, your GTs.
Henry. But, yeah.
6 foot 206. Are we really skulking at the weight to the height?
No, I mean, we're not too worried about it, to be completely honest with you. But it is something to know. I think he's in like the 30 or 40% for weight for an NFL running back. But like you said, just the way the game's evolving, I think that's kind of something you put in your back pocket and kind of forget about compared to maybe like 5-10 years ago.
I kind of attribute this to your side of when you're scouting, when you're looking at these smaller receivers that are coming in that are like Devontae Smiths who are coming in at 175. Like,
yeah,
the smaller receivers, that doesn't impact the game the way that it used to.
True.
So another thing that I have for him. So Spence, you talk about his leaner frame. Okay. But let's also talk about the ability to run through contact. He's strong. He is a strong dude, runs through contact and consistently falls forward for additional yardage. He is not afraid of contact. I love seeing that. Wow, that doesn't bode well for a long-term success plan in the NFL. If you're not going to shy through it and you're going to take those hits and you're going to play big, play big. He plays big.
Yeah. Just to play off of that point, though, alone, I think, and then, like, I guess the only way to describe it for me watching the film is like he plays the running back position like you would in like Madden or college football as a video game. Now, given you probably like to see the hurdles come down a little bit when it comes to the next level because those get a little bit dangerous once you get playing bigger guys. But he's hurdling guys once a game. So we don't want to see that. But the juke move, the one cut is 100% there. His spin move is pretty great as well. You don't see that as often, but he's got it in his bag. So not only does he have that breakaway speed, he also has the ability to get past guys at the mid-level, which is not bad.
Yeah. So I never mentioned this in the beginning overall. So on top of the 5 100-yard rushing games he had last year, which is impressive, let's just throw that out there. He had 24 receptions. Obviously, we're not going to look at an uptick in full-time, in 2023 when you only had 71 touches behind Aldrich Estime, right? But 24 receptions last year. I'm looking for him to hit that same number, potentially 30 receptions this year, if possible. He's a key piece of what they do. And I say that because as a receiver, I noticed that they don't just use him as a dump-off option out of the backfield, right? He actually runs routes.
Yeah.
He runs routes. He can take anything he does to the house. We've seen that. Yeah. I mean, go back and look at their last game. He had 2 receiving scores alone.
Exactly.
Might have been 3. He scored 4.
Match what he had last year already. He's already at 3. On the season, he's got 13 catches, 149 yards. Scores over 11 yards per catch. So they're definitely utilizing more in that pass game already. I think he does hit that 30 number. I mean, we're 4 games in. He's already at 13. We got, 9 games left in regular season plus a bowl game. So he'll definitely get that number. And it's things you like to see, like the uptick from his sophomore to junior season. So definitely something next level to look forward to, which kind of attributes that to like a guy you want at the next level who can play all 3 downs when needed. Not particularly going to play every snap of the position, but a guy you can put out there at any down and not have to worry about it.
Yeah. And when I'm breaking down the profile, I don't think I think the zone gap schemes are where he's going to thrive. But you see him do this damage in a north-south style system as well. When they have to go halfback dive, they need tough yards. He picks them up, and he doesn't complain or shy away from anything that they ask him to do at Notre Dame. I don't think there's really a scheme where he won't thrive in the NFL.
Yeah.
So people are going to ask you for best fits, and I'll be honest with you, I don't think there's a scheme-dependent fit here for Jeremiyah Love. I believe this is a go get your guy. We need a monster in the backfield.
Yeah. And let's be honest, there's plenty of teams in the league right now that could use a running back like him.
Yeah, 100%.
So I mean, it's off the top. What, Chiefs, Cardinals could probably use one. I don't think he falls all the way down to the Chiefs, but
Bears.
Yeah, Bears are a great option.
The Bears are my biggest mock right now to get Jeremiyah Love.
Missed out on GT this year. The next best thing. Well, not next best, but Jeremiyah Love the following year probably wouldn't kill him.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it's something like that. So we're sitting here trying to have these discussions on like where we think he should go. I really don't think there's a bad landing spot for a talent like this.
Yeah.
Well, I don't see him as a top 10 pick. I do see him as a top 15 pick.
I'll call it inside top 20. I think as more time goes on, we see these running backs slip a little bit more and more. But I mean, that's not a knock.
So I guess the biggest thing is, as analytics stand out for this, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're looking at it, the combine is what sets these running backs apart.
Yeah.
And this is the only way Nick Singleton's going to play his way into a second-round pick, because Nick Singleton hasn't looked good all year.
No,
he hasn't. But with the quality of play mixed in with his overall athletic testing at the combine, Jeremiyah Love is going to play his way into a top 20 pick.
Yeah. And that combine, he's built with the combine. So, yeah, he carries people on his back. I think we referenced that.
Oh, yeah, don't worry. Trust me, you're going to see a video.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry.
Like I said, small for his size, 206, you wouldn't think he could do a whole lot. But, I mean, when he needs to fall forward, gain a few extra yards, he's fighting for it. Things we love to see. So, again, I hate to say this, but this is true. Not every running back or not every prospect's perfect. There does come with faults. So, my biggest fault is pass protection. Sure.
When you got a full-time gig in 2024, while yes, you had a QB that could extend the pocket and could play outside the pocket pretty well, I just believe that there was too many times where the tackles were falling into Riley Leonard's lap because of a blitz pickup. And I say this all the time, to be on the field in the NFL, you have to be a good pass blocker.
Yeah, for sure. And that's why I kind of referenced earlier that, I mean, why he may not be a 3-down back at the next level, but, I mean, somebody that can play all three. My biggest note for him, and look, I'm always the guy to, like, toot the horn that, like, hey, maybe we shouldn't be drafting running backs that have all these touches in their bodies. But for as elite usage as he had last year, under 200 touches, 163 carries last year, you kind of like question the durability there when he gets to the next level, because you would imagine if he's the starting running back on an NFL team, he's going to be over that mark. So a little bit of durability comes into play here as far as the next level goes. I'm not saying exactly his fault with his play calling for Notre Dame, but even in a phenomenal season, he barely had over 10 yards per carry in a game. So just raises a couple question marks for me. Like I said, it's kind of hard to like pick apart tape, but I mean, for a guy that's got 6.9 yards per carry, you think you'd be giving him the rock as much as possible.
Yeah. So the thing is, you talked about it. He had 163 carries last year.
Yeah.
He had 71 his freshman year. I say rookie year, his freshman year. We're talking about your 1,500 touch rule doesn't come into play here in any way, shape, or form. We're way off the number.
That. Yeah.
Right. So the last running back that I can really, really remember getting into it touch-wise from all 3 years, Braylon Allen, who had almost 800 touches in his college career.
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor, who hit the 1,000 mark, which is fucking nuts. GT was over 750.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's a lot of guys I can obviously talk about this rule too. But let's use Taylor, for example. So Taylor had 1,000 in college, right?
Right.
Mixed with, he's 26 now in the NFL. He's going on year 5. I know we've seen injuries. I know we've seen a lot of various things. But he's well past your 1,500 touch rule, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's always guys that break it. But
There's always guys that break it, right? I think these guys are – the NFL is changing a little bit to the degree. I don't think you have to sell on running backs the way you used to.
Yeah, I think surgery is getting easier. The medical side of things is getting much better. The training, the facilities, taking care of the players a little better year in, year out.
Yeah, and I mean the running back position is all the way back, back.
No, they're given the down on receiving this year so far. You're starting to see these backs kind of come back into play.
Right. I mean, think about all the running backs that are elite under the age of 25.
But yeah, we got what? Well, I mean, we just listed a bunch earlier, so I don't want to do it again.
Gibbs,
A-Chain, Bucky,
A-Chain, Bucky,
Hampton,
Jukins, Hampton, James Cook just turned 25.
Yeah,
I mean, the list goes on and on here.
Yeah.
So adding Jeremiah Love to the mix, and then some other running backs that we're fans of, and then 2027, some guys that I like in that class too. This position's all the way back. I guess what I'm trying to say is don't be afraid to buy into a position because of shelf life.
True.
So, okay. So one thing I do want to say about Cons, watch him carry the rock, carries the ball away from his body way too much for me. That's one thing that I didn't like. Things like that often lead to easy punch outs and fumbles. We don't want to see a running back fumble.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And then my last con, Steven already referenced the one that I had, but I mean, not the greatest numbers on paper when it comes to playing elite teams. Last year in the championship or the playoffs for college against Georgia, he only had 21 total yards, 3.2 yards per carry, and then against Ohio State in the championship game, he had only 8 yards on the ground, 0.8 yards per carry on that. He had 3 yards on the ground, 1 catch for 5 yards. So that's a little bit concerning. I get okay, let's completely remove him from the offense, but I mean, that's a total of under 30 yards in 2 games and probably the biggest game of his career. I just think it's something to monitor. And then this year against Miami, first game of the season, he had 10 carries for 33 yards. They're 4-0 this year. I think they're in the top 5 right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Number 4,
yeah.
Number
so, 3. I mean, something to monitor. He did just come off a great game against Texas A&M, but he killed them last year too. But I don't know. I mean, just something to watch when it comes to the elite games this year. He's in the ACC, but technically they're independent schools, so they kind of make their own schedule. So he doesn't technically play the hardest schedule in the world. But I don't know. I don't like it.
I mean, we did say the same thing about GT last year, right? Especially after the Penn State game where we absolutely dominated Boise State. And I know GT's off to I'm going to say a quote-unquote slow start in the NFL, but we just saw 150-yard, 3-touchdown game.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about that overall. If you can play, you can play. That's just what it is.
Yeah. Plus, you got to think about your Notre Dame offensive line, which, I mean, they have a pretty good O-line for the most part, but
they produce elite O-linemen. Notre Dame produces elite O-linemen.
Yeah. So as soon as I said it, I was like, wait, it's Notre Dame. They kind of produce that. But, I mean, you go against an Ohio State defensive line and a Georgia defensive line. I mean, it's kind of tough to go up against that.
So this is my running back one, and it's pretty locked into that number. I'm assuming this is your running back one as well.
Yeah, I don't think this changed. I mean, I think last year with the loaded class, it was kind of GT was probably the guy, but the 2 through whatever was kind of up in the air. But I think Jeremiyah is probably the running back one this season. I don't think there's anybody.
So my pro comp's a little weird. So it's really tough when it comes to the overall explosiveness, the athletic speed, and just overall testing like that, mixed with his receiving upside, mixed with his strength that he plays with too, and the ability to make people miss, right? So when I look at it, I have a mold of 2 running backs. For the explosiveness, the speed, the receiving upside, the ability to make people miss in a phone booth, and overall just get after it like that, I see a lot of Ken Walker. A lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's bigger. Ken comes in at 5'9", but around the same weight. But when I look at the strength and I look at the overall willingness to get dirty and get after it, I see a lot of Nick Chubb.
Yeah.
I see a mold. I literally see a stronger Ken Walker. That's what I see.
Okay. I'm okay with that. Let's back off on the Nick Chubb thing. But, I mean, I get it. Aggressive runner that's going to fight for extra yards is kind of
Dude, he does it. He does it. But he's efficient with it.
That's sure.
That's where I have a hard time putting an exact name on it. He's efficient with how he runs too. When he runs hard, he's efficient. He doesn't forget that he can also make people miss in a phone booth. And Nick Chubb never had that skill set. Nick Chubb just played with pure rage, strength, and aggression.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's it. But the thing is he can do that mixed with this athletic ability and this ability to make people miss in various ways. And it's a beautiful thing to watch, right?
Yeah, it is. No, I mean, off the top of the shots, the tape is phenomenal.
It's phenomenal tape. Phenomenal. So with this, I'm going to start giving previews of where this guy comes in. For me, this guy comes in at Superflex in rookie drafts 103. I have Garrett 1. I have Jordan Tyson 2, and then I have him 3. I know people are probably going to say 102, 101. I get it. Well, yes, Garrett Nussmeier has not had a great season so far. I'm not off the Garrett Nussmeier train. And Jordan Tyson and Jeremiah Love, to me, are apples and apples.
Yeah.
They're both elite and respective in their own things. And I was looking at the overall breakdown. Jordan Tyson hit the 3 yards per route run mark last year, the elite number we needed to see. Right now, he's at 253 in 4 games. I do expect it to go up, but I just want to say they have both checked every box. They both are, if you're in a 1 QB league, they're both deserving of the 101.
For sure. I might, like you said, I think both of us kind of lean more towards Tyson, but if you want a running back or you're in position to draft a running back, by all means.
Yep.
Especially if he gets in that Bears offense with what they're doing over there. That'd be great.
Yep. I have them both above Lenore Sellers.
That's if Lenore's even comes out this year.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Tape.
Let's do it.
Pull the clips.
So let's watch the Arkansas game. Jeremiah Love right here. Motions out of the backfield.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how he managed to make it look awkward at the end.
I don't know how he was that open. To be honest.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens when you're mic'd up with probably a linebacker that doesn't expect you to run around.
All right. So you want to talk about the pure rage and aggression and contact balance? Here we go.
Oh, it's a great clip against Penn State.
We all remember this game. I remember this game. Let's do it.
Motion, great house. Penn State shows pressure. Bring it. Oh, dancing. Oh, what a run! What a run! Jeremiah Love. Second, third.
You want to watch that again? Because I do.
Yeah, run it back. I mean, Pat said it there. I mean, it's on his 4th or 5th effort that he finally gets in against Penn State.
Oh, dancing. Oh, what a run! What a run! Jeremiah Love.
Pat's not a great game caller, by the way. Just for the record.
When you bounce off the initial tackler and then you carry Dennis Sutton and Abdul Carter into the end zone, we got a problem.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but yeah, Abdul Carter sitting there, couldn't bring him down.
Tough dude, just a tough
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
I'm a big fan of Jeremiyah Love, man. And I
No, he should
believe
be.
this is going to
Should be
be,
at the next level.
bro. So when I pulled this tape, so this tape right here, just watch his craftiness at the line of scrimmage. This is where I see Ken Walker right here. Just watch this. This is insane.
Ooh, there's a spin move.
Yeah, I mean, it's so effortless. It's like stop, cut, boom, see ya.
Yep. Yeah.
And so these guys that are able to stop on a dime, get into their next move instantaneously like this, and then get back up to full speed to work their way upfield. We don't have that. We don't have many of those guys in the league. I mean, the running back position is probably at its best point since the early, or mid 2010s, right? And these young kids are leading the staple. Like they are the staple. But these guys like that's like LaShawn McCoy stop-start type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Jamal Charles level stop-start go. We don't see that. I mean, you have Bijan, you have Gibbs. Like, yeah, I get that. But like,
sure. But I mean, yeah, you're 100% right. I mean, it's hard to come by. And a lot of people, like you said, a lot of people can be able to do these juke and spin moves and be cute and fancy, but it also slows most guys down compared to
Jeremiyah. It doesn't slow him. Yeah, but it doesn't slow him down. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't slow him down. Yeah, he can hit that spin move and be right back on, and that's where that big track background comes into play so much because he's got quick burst acceleration to get back into full speed.
Right. But here's what I'm saying. Also, who thinks of the creativity to do that shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's almost like when Russell Westbrook was playing, he would just be hitting these insane moves that most people wouldn't even think of. It's like how these guys think about it live in time. It's kind of the same thing with him.
And so shout out to Jeremiyah Love, man. Like,
yeah.
Like I said, this is a consensus top 3 pick in Superflex drafts. If you're in a 1 QB still, you play in the grandfather type leagues, he's consideration for 101. Whether it's him or Jordan Tyson, I don't care.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's a special talent. I know I told you to sell off the 26 picks, but there are some guys in this class that have to come out and be dominant. Like there has to be.
I think when we say sell these 26 first, I think it's like if you're contending, maybe you should like kick your later rounds out. I know the class is like a little deeper than you think, but I don't know. With like the 27 class coming and what that is, I think this class is getting a little bit of bump back.
This class is not as deep as, like I said, the 27 class, man. I mean,
yeah.
We're going to get into the 27 class, but dude, between Jeremiyah, Ryan Williams, Cam Coleman, Bryant Westco, Nick Marsh, Caden,
down the line,
Nate Frazier. I mean, we can just Arch Manning. We can just keep going down the list, right? Ahmad Hardy.
Yep, just run down the line. I mean, there's just absolute dogs come out in 27.
Right.
But that's not to say like let's not completely knock the top of this 26 class.
No. That's what I'm saying. Jordan Tyson and the guys that we've talked about, they deserve their flowers. They're going to make impacts in Dynasty.
All right, wraps it up.
Yep, I guess it's my pick, right?
Yes, sir. Who we talking next?
Honestly, I think we need to talk about, a receiver who's gaining a lot of traction. Let's go to USC. Let's go Makai Lemon.
Okay.
A lot of traction. If there's anyone that can push the wide receiver one of this class, it's him.
Yeah. I mean, I was there my thoughts. But yeah, 100%.
Look, man, I have Tyson 1, and I think it's pretty locked in for me. But dude, I gotta, you gotta pay attention over in Southern Cal.
True. All right, well, looking forward to talking him next.
We got a lot of people in DFF that have him in Debbie and C2C. I don't own him anywhere, to be honest. I really don't, and I wish I did. Wish I did. So we are going to go Makai Lemon. We will see you on Tuesday.
Short break. We'll be back Tuesday.
We'll be back Tuesday. Actually, I'll be back for start sits this weekend.
True.
Yep. Start sits over for the DFF YouTube. Be live with you from about 11:30 to 12:30. So get your last minute questions in before the game. Injury bugs, dude. I'm only going to say this because I'm talking about it now. Between the bye weeks and the injury bugs that have happened, I mean, I just want to say, we can't forget about the real NFL. Shout out Tyreek Hill. Shout out Malik Neighbors. Get better.
Yeah.
I've heard Tyreek had some nerve damage in his knee. I hope all is well.
Yeah.
They had to do the emergency surgery that night. So obviously it's bigger than football. Hope you guys are, everything's good. Also, just want to say this. Shout out to our boy Chris Godwin being back on the field for the first time in 2025. Shout out to CG12. It's always good to see you play, my man.
Yes, sir. Per usual, anybody that came out tonight, we appreciate you. Thank you for giving us this platform to speak on. Shout out to DFF for hosting us. Per usual, if you guys came in midstream, we had pros, cons, and then tape of Jeremiyah Love. It's going to be up on the YouTube probably tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. Like I said, we got past the 500 mark. We're pushing for more and more. So now goals, pushing for 600 now? Just
pushing for 6. Pushing for 6.
You guys just, if you make our way over to our YouTube, hit that subscribe button. It would mean the world to us. Something we're trying to build up. That's all I got for you tonight.
As always, like, comment, subscribe. That's going to end it for tonight. I'll see you for start sits this weekend. And Ryan and I are back to discuss Makai Lemon on Tuesday. And thank you, and we are.